Peace. I'm doing a quick live just to leave a message, but not to do a long live. One of my brothers just reminded me of something in a comment that he left. And peace. Set it off. Films. I'm going to say peace to everybody. Cigar Chick. Because all of y'all are the Instagram people. Cosm1. Cyrillic 1. On. I think I might have missed some of that in there. And Mount Tsunami. But I did a video a few nights ago on YouTube. And I shared information about Anu Womb and Anu Man. And, you know, the purposes and the rhyme and the reason for the creation of them. And I just wanted to say something really quick, because my brother said something, integrated martial arts system. And we were just having a nice little chat just now about solitary work of men versus what we do collectively. So, you know, your personal accountability versus that, I guess I got a message, versus, you know, as we say, let me see this message real quick. I'll deal with that. Versus, you know, that collective work and responsibility. So, you know, I did a video on YouTube a couple of nights ago for Anu Womb and Anu Man, which are the male and female components of Anu Life Global Ministries. But I wanted to add something. Well, I wanted to reiterate that, but say something real quick. You know, a lot of people have been asking me to do more videos and have more conversation and dialogue around this whole situation or phenomenon surrounding the concept of prepping and preparing for some sort of, whether it be a collapse, economic, or some sort of natural disaster, or just prepping for things that may come. And I just wanted to say, it's already come. Just like you have people still talking about when the New World Order gets here, and we're like 3/4 of the way through the New World Order already. It's here. We've been in it. We've been in it for a long time now. For over 20 years, almost 20 years now. And I'm talking about the national and larger New World Order. So, when we speak about a collapse, I just want to say to you all that, you know, it happens in increments, you know. So don't necessarily look for that moment when all of a sudden there's tanks in the streets, or there's an EMP or something, and there's no way to get to your, you know, get your money out of the ATM and things like that. The collapse is an incremental event. And you're seeing things now in terms of what they're calling the retail apocalypse, where you're seeing all the stores close, even though they're lying to you and telling you, you know, well, the economy's on an upturn and we have an increase in mortgage applications, you know, but, you know, that's a lie. You can't, you know, perform over 5,000 closures in 2015 alone. They always have. Wait, something for something that's already here. Okay. For 2016 alone, there were over 8,000 closures. 2017, there were over 5,000 closures. 2014, over 3,000 closures. And now the prediction for 2019, there'll be over 4,000 closures. 2020, over 5,000 closures. Right? So consistently, you know, 3,000 plus closures a year since 2016, right? So you're already in the midst of the collapse. This is it. This is it, you know? So preparation comes in so many different ways and forms, but You know, you gotta act like a Jamaican coming to a party. You know, Jamaicans come early. You ever throw a party and have some dance hall music? You know, the Jamaicans are the first one there. You're gonna see all white outside, all white and cream. Yeah, that's the Jamaicans. So you gotta act like a Jamaican right now. You know, show up early, prep early. You know, it's better to be early than to be late. And if your heart and soul is telling you to make certain moves, I'm consistently speaking to people who are sharing that they're having thoughts around, you know, exiting the U.S. And if your heart and soul is telling you it's time to make a move, make that move, man. Make that move. You'll find that you'll have greater peace and just a greater sense of stability and security and consistency in your life when you're respectful and moving towards where your soul is directing like that. You know, but like I just really want to, you know, I didn't want to make it a long thing, but I just really wanted to share, you know, that the collapse has already started. It's already started. I mean, you look at some of the things that are happening in the world, some of the things that happen in schools, the killings, the shootings, the police brutality with no reasonable recourse. We're here, you know, and people. I was feeding all of the awon. See that? I don't know if you can see them all. Now they're just sitting with me now. They're stuffed. They got the itis. Because I fed them well. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people think it's just an online thing. Like, you know, well, because we have all of these businesses online, and Amazon and whatnot, that it's causing this retail apocalypse. But that's false, because I think I said it in a video somewhere along the line. You know, online sales only account for 10% of the retail market. Payless Shoes closed recently, or is closing, right? You guys might know about that. Most people don't buy shoes online. So, what do you attribute that to, right? We have certain places in New York and New Jersey now, there's actual laws that are having to be passed to demand that restaurants and stores don't go cashless. Because some stores now you go to, they will not accept cash. You have to use some form of digital payment. Now, why do you think that is? You know, once the cash is removed out of the system, then it makes it much more easier to crash the system. You know, if everything that you're doing is dependent upon digital payment. So you have some senators who are not in the know, who are like, no, that's preposterous, you know, because they weren't invited to the meeting. You know, but yeah, Philadelphia is one of them. Yeah, Philly, New York, New Jersey, some areas of, I want to say not Montana, Maine. I knew it was one of those other M states. Massachusetts. So they've been lobbying for that. Now, of course, eventually it will all go digital, you know. But even consider like what's happening with Amazon. You know, Amazon is one of the leading developers. They have what's called Amazon Robotics, and they're one of the leading developers in automation, AI, and robotics. So even though we look at the Amazon factories and we say, oh, that'll bring jobs, of course it's low-level jobs, but it's bringing jobs for robots. You have stores like Amazon Go, which are primarily ran, you know, from AI and robotics. Even in the factories, even now, what's the name of the company? I think Kivo, something like that. And they're the ones who they have robots that actually bring the products to people who put them on the shelves, right? So they're consistently removing a middleman out of the equation, right? So it's here. Everybody's waiting for this big explosion, just like, you know, when you hear about things like the King Alfred plan, and everybody's waiting for this moment when it's going to be tanks in the street. You don't need tanks in the street if you contain people mentally. You pass so many laws and you promote so much news that makes people scared to leave their homes. You don't have to spend the enormous amount of money out of the defense budget to physically contain them in the projects. Because most people don't want to leave the projects anyway. As long as I could play my lotto down the street and get a dollar sandwich, why would I need to go anywhere? I got everything I need right here. That's a form of warfare and containment. So yeah, you know, it's not I didn't want to make it a long thing, you know, but I just wanted to speak on that really briefly. And, you know, for those who are also, like me and my brother were chatting, you know, about just what alpha men do together in terms of hunting, in terms of warfare, in terms of building. And I was sharing the perspective of what we do in solitude, you know, and our personal accountability towards our actual houses, our homes, our homesteads. And he was sharing the other side of it. And, you know, we're both in agreement. There's a time where, you know, we go out on hunting parties together. And then there's a time where we, you know, we have to do the work on our own. You see? So now is the time, man, especially for you men and you women, but to recognize what's going on around you and respond accordingly. You know, one of the reasons why I turned up the volume on Anu Man and Anu Womb, because we have to start coming together as collectives and sharing information and sharing support. What do you say, Tsunami? People think they go put chips in us, and chips are right. We're already chipped. You got chips in your cell phone. Most people will not be more than 6 feet from their cell phone at any given time of the day. They take them into the bathroom. No matter what they're doing, they're in the bed next to them. You know, they're with them all day, all night. That's your chip. You know, then you have credit cards in your back pocket that have chips in them. Then you say, well, you know what? I'll leave the credit cards home. I'll use Google Pay or Samsung Pay or Apple Pay. No, you're still carrying a chip, right? So there's so many different ways to accomplish what individuals are trying to, because it's always in the mind. The battle is here. Remember, the war of the gods is in the sky, and the sky always represents your transcendental nature. It's your mind. This is where the fight is. The body is not a big deal, you know, but the war is always up in the sky. That's where the gods battle, you know, and they're battling for your filter and your gateway, your thoughts. So yeah. You know, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to add that little piece. You know, I promised myself I will do another video on prepping and things again, but, you know, I don't really like talking about stuff too much unless I see that people are really serious about doing so. Like, I sit there and talk about prepping all day, and you say, that's deep, that's true, that's what you gonna do about it, though? Like, do you have any food stores? Do you have any water stores? If right now, because, you know, understand something with the supermarkets. Supermarkets only stack, only warehouse 3 days worth of food. Literally, I'm not estimating. It's 3 days. So that's why you see that every night. If you're going to the supermarket late at night, especially when you have 24-hour supermarkets, you got the guys in there with their headphones on, stocking shelves every single night. And you might say, like, wow, every night they're hiring people for stock. How much food is being bought here? It's not that the food is being bought. Everybody thinks there's this huge warehouse of food always in the back of the supermarket. You know, I'm going to do something different this time. People always ask to be in the lives. I'm going to bring someone in. See if I figure out if I know how to do it. Yeah. Okay, she got me up in the ceiling.
Oh, I can't see. Because I have to watch you.
Oh, that's a nice fan. It's a nice fan you got there. You got some paint chips on that fan. You didn't tape that fan up when you painted the ceiling. I see that.
I'm sorry. This is my first time doing this. Oh my gosh, cool. How
embarrassing. It's all right. It's my first time bringing someone in. People always try to come in. I say, yeah, I'm going to do it this time. See what happens. And this is what happens.
And I didn't expect it. I just wanted to listen.
Okay. All right. Keep on listening in.
Okay.
All
okay.
All right. Cool. Let's see. How do I do it? Oh, okay. I just wanted to do it. I just brought her in just to see what it, because people always click the app to come in to the lives, and I've never done it before. So I guess that's how it works. It's you. Learn something new every day, huh? But yeah, man, so that's why I turned up the volume on New Man and on New Woman. Peace, Royal Honey, Jaha. How's everything in the glorious state of Maryland? How do you remember that I'm from Maryland? I remember all of y'all. Just like you, Steve J, down there in Oklahoma. But, yeah, that's why I turned the volume up on that. Because, we're just in a time now where people really need to be looking out for each other in a different kind of way and need to be collectivizing. Collectivizing. All right, good. Blessings to you, too. Blood and blessings. That's what the word blessings means, blood. So blood and blessings to you. All right? But, yeah, so, the Anu Womb piece, Anu Man piece, AnuLifeGlobal.org. Just go to the website, click the link. And this isn't really a promo for that, but I'm just throwing it in there. Because I know after the fact, I didn't know you was doing it. So before that happened, that's how you sign up. All right? But yeah, man, signs of the time. You can't hear? Uh-oh. What happened? Is it, let me see, maybe it's, see if now you can hear maybe. I wonder if you can hear now. All right. So then maybe that means it's time to get off if you can't hear me. I think my Bluetooth is something funky. Yeah. All right. Well, you can't hear me. You're clear. Oh, I'm clear. Oh, that's just you, Mag, the beautiful one. You can't hear me. All right. I mean, it's getting dark out here anyway. So I'm I was just out here doing some of the work, that other work, that other good work. And while I was here looking at the water, and I was looking at the water move and the flow of the water, the thought just came to me. And, I haven't done a live probably in months. Yeah, it's been months. Yeah, I feel like the last time I did a IG live, it was summertime. So yeah, it was last year sometime. But yeah, the flowing water, and I was out here doing some work with these duck and stuff. But it just made me think about, the fact that people are waiting for this moment of a collapse and not realizing that it's already begun. And there's certain things that you should be doing now in terms of not just safeguarding yourself, in terms of your sustenance, like, making sure I got my food and my water and batteries and cigarette lighters and water purifier and things like that. But not just so much that, but, even in terms of like respecting time a little bit more, things that your soul is urging you to do. If maybe your soul is urging you to move, just do it, man. Put your house on the market now. Just put your house. If you got a mortgage, put your house on the market because it takes a while. If you need to give someone power of attorney to finish the closing process for you because you feel like, I need to hurry up and get out of here, just give someone power of attorney that you trust Start making that list of what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. You know, what you're going to sell and what you're going to give away. And give away as much stuff as you possibly can. You know, it's good for the spirit, you know. But, you know, if you're feeling that urge, man, now is the time to really respect the urge and go with it. And, you know, especially like I was speaking the other night on YouTube in terms of like mating. And everyone's so scared and shies away. Peace, Mathenge. Everyone shies away so much of that concept because they've usually done so poorly at it that it's like, well, I'll just be by myself. You know, when you talk about prepping and you talk about, you know, kind of, again, collectivizing just to make it through to the next step, it's going to take group efforts. It's going to take you getting around people who think like you, who even spiritually have a similar vibe and perspective that as you, you know, but really getting around communities of people who are moving like you're moving. You know, I found myself the other day even pulling out some of my old texts. I used to teach alternative building years ago when I was trying to build Wakanda, you know, many years ago. And I learned some alternative forms of building around that time, as well as alternative fuel sources and energy sources like solar, hydroelectric, geothermal, you know, wind turbines. And I also was teaching straw bale, as well as earth bag or you know, earth bag and earth dome style building at that time. You know, I was kind of romanticizing how this was going to happen, and, you know, and it didn't happen the way I was romanticizing it in terms of like bringing people together and us building homes and things like that. But I have all these notes and diagrams and even old videos of me teaching classes and things like that. I was pulling some of those things out recently and just kind of, you know, tightening up on some of those things, getting tight on them. Now's the time, too, to get out of debt, too. If you can get out of debt, get out of debt, you know, as best as you can. You know, remember in this country that debtor's prison is still not outlawed. You can still go to jail for debt here, you know, and you will. You will. It's here, you know. But again, I didn't want to make this really a long video like that. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, jump in quick and then jump off because it's dark out here, about to be dark. And, yeah. So, yeah, that's the deal with that, man. Peace, everybody who's joining. And you could just rewind, and hear what the old man was talking about. But, yeah, man, I'm just saying the time is now, you know, and the lockdown that we're all concerned about it's in the mind and it's already started. It's already begun, you know, so take the opportunity now to really take inventory of your cupboards, to really look in your coffers and see, like, you know, what is it that I have? What is it that I don't have? What is it that I have that I don't need? You know, where do I really want to be? Peace, Alicia. Where do I really want to be? That's a big one because, you know, you guys know I work with a lot of different clients. Everybody wants to move. Nobody likes where they live. They don't talk to people, you know, I want to move. We'll move, you know, and it may mean that you have to adjust to a different way of living. But if your soul is urging that, like I said, be like Jamaicans at the dance hall party. Show up early. When the party starts at 11, you look at 11 o'clock, it'll be a line of Jamaicans in all white standing on the side of the building. You know, because that's how they do. Even if you do a cookout, Jamaicans be the first one there. They always early or right on time. They don't have a sense of being fashionably late. We gotta think like Jamaicans when it comes to prepping and being ready for the times and moving into this serious environment that we're in right now. You know, that's how you got to move, because there'll come a time soon where everybody's going to have VR goggles on. They won't even realize that they're poor. They won't even realize that they're in prison. You think the things that, you know, and I love fashion just as much as the next person, but that's not even going to matter soon. Soon we all just going to be wearing gray sweatsuits, you know, and you're just going to have a VR goggle on all day, and what your character looks like will determine your prestige. Remember I said it. I know it sounds crazy, but we live in a crazy time because we're practically there now as much as we keep our eyes into our phones. So what would be the difference? You know, if I could say, well, now you don't have to even worry about, and now they're coming out with the universal income. That's a huge sign. You could just sit at home, do nothing, and you'll be a battery. Oh man, there's so much to that. But I'll get into that in another video, maybe, I don't know. Right? Because the last time I did an IG video was, yeah, it was, I remember it was hot that night. It was hot. So that must have been like last year, July, August, something like that. I remember because I pulled over and did it. I was driving. It was middle of the night. So I know I don't do them that often. But, and I'm not going to promise that I'm going to come back to another one. But it'll be in there somewhere. Somewhere. I'm going to do one sometime, at some point. You know, honestly, I'm busy. Not busy, I'm progressive. I'm never really busy because I don't really waste time and energy, but I'm progressive. I got things going on, and I'm like, if you like information and you like what I'm talking about, come be with me. I'd rather you come be with me than me sit here and talk to you through this plastic experience. You know, so most of my time is taken up doing organic things with and for people. You know, so by the time I'm doing all of that, coming down to then like, okay, let me do an IG live. It's like the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you. That's why I don't do them that often. And I'm not upset about that. Sometimes you got to go low tech. You got to go low tech sometimes to regain focus. All right. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. The duck are waiting on y'all. See that? You probably can't even see them. They're waiting patiently though. They're being so cool about it. And, you know, like I said, I fed them well. They had the itis, but now I think they're ready to go to where they go at night, you know, and the tide is coming up as well. All right. So yeah, there they go. They out. See, I knew it. All just flew off. I don't know if you heard it. Sign of the time. You got to know when to fly the coop. Got to know when to fly the coop. So yeah, you know, yeah, I'm gonna get on up out of here. You see, I'm looking around like I'm out here doing transactions. You know, like I'm out here selling bootleg cigarettes. So yeah, let me get up out of here too. All right, everyone. So I'll be on, and thank you. I value you listening to me live. Miles. All right, Rain the artist. I say this as well. # truth. Give thanks. Yeah, they want you uncomfortable in hell. I don't know if they want you uncomfortable. Because the best cons come with a smile. They're sweet, they're syrupy. You know, the best cons. I don't know. We'll build on that another time. All right. I got more work to do, man. So, you know, I just wanted to share that. And you all, man, start prepping, man. Stop playing around. And, and you know, again, onewlifeglobal.org for those of you who want to get with the Anu woman, Anu man. Yeah. If you want to be with us, if you want to be with me, because in a minute you're going to turn the phone. And if you guys have probably noticed the past couple of days, the internet has been a little choppy. Anyone noticed? Has anyone else noticed? Sites and things have not been loading properly. Facebook and Instagram was down earlier this strong. They said advertisers lost thousands of dollars. People couldn't log in. Now, if you want to just believe it was Facebook and Instagram, you go ahead and be gullible. Something's happening. And they're preparing you for that day when you can't get on. They're seeing how you respond. These are all shock tests. Yep. Okay, y'all noticed it. Jennifer, you noticed it. Mag the Beautiful. Yeah, see? It's coming. It's coming. You know, and all these phones and stuff do is just disrupt our ability to feel each other anyway. That's why I keep it very low tech sometimes. And I'm a tech head, by the way. Worked in IT for 11 years. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I love technology. But I also understand that there's a time when you got to get away from it. And that's the wisdom. You know, you got to couple that wisdom with that knowledge of technology. If not, you'd be doing dumb stuff like building atom bombs and stuff. Yeah, here's how you split an atom. Oh, let's build a bomb. See, that's knowledge without wisdom. All right. So, all right, you guys be wise, be cool, and I'm getting out of town.